Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here, and today it's Tip Tuesday.
Today for Tip Tuesday, we're going to make some really funky things with 28 gauge wire. Now, a lot of people ask me what to do with this wire because it's very thin. It's almost like thread. And I came up with this idea because today the daily prompt in the Facebook group was Pearly King and Queen, which is all about like little pearly buttons. So here's a little flower with the 4-hole button, and then there's another flower with the button that has a little thing on the back. So you can use a variety of buttons or no buttons at all if you want to make just a little wire cluster. So for this one, I cut a wire that's quite long. It's about 25 inches. It might be too long, we're going to see. And so basically what you want to do is just start by sticking the wire through. You need a starting point, and then you're going to just bring this around and you want to form a petal. So we're just going to, depending on how big you want the petal, it's not really that important, but you want to try to keep it a little bit consistent. So we're just going to bring this in and then bring this to the front, and you'll form the petal, whatever, size that you want. And then you can pull it in a little bit if you want. And then you're going to bring the end back in here. So stick it in there. And depends on how many petals you want. I think it's going to be good if I do about 2 on each area, and then you can spread them apart after that. So we're going to put that in there and then form another one. Okay, we'll form another petal there. And then we can stick the end in. For sure, at first it's a little finicky with the wire because it's quite long. So we're going to stick that in there. So then we have 2 petals. And then you want to do is you want to go over to the next one. So let's just bring this one in here and then just go through to the next hole. There's nothing in there. And bring this to the back, and then you can form your petal like going kind of backwards to here. Just kind of backtrack a little bit and then stick it up through that hole. There we go. So we have our 4 petals, and it would be kind of fun to do like to slide another petal in there too. I bet you could do that. Let's just try that. So first let me just bring this one to the back. My original one had 4 that I spread around. So I'll show you what I did for the original one. When you need to finish your end, just bring it to the back, okay? And then just twist it around one of these sets so it will actually be secured in place. And if you need help, grab your pliers and just grab it around and then just trim it, because that'll just keep it in place so it's not going to fall out. So yeah, so here's with the 4 petals, and what I did was I actually just spread them around to do this kind of design. But if you want to do a 5th petal, let's see if we can figure that one out. So if we just bring this one down here, let's just stick it down here if we can. Yeah, so when you only have a couple of rows, you have a little bit more give. So if we just go around here, and then let's form a 5th petal, because sometimes asymmetry is nice too. So then you're just going to have to figure out what hole is going to be the best one to put it in. So maybe we'll just go ahead and do it in the opposite hole. So there's a little bit of a balance to it. So we're just going to stick it in that hole. Okay, and let's just form it so it's like a nice kind of position. And then let's just go back to the opposite hole here. I'm just winging this as I go because I had thought I'd just spread them around, but I like the way it looks with 5 petals. It's just a nice sort of asymmetric design. So we're going to just go down here, and then we're going to put it up again in that in the opposite hole. So we're going to stick it up there. Yeah, you don't want to put too much wire because it's not gonna fit after a while. So we're gonna go there, and then if you want, you could put a bead in the middle. You could definitely embellish it how you want, but just for the sake of simplicity, I'll just finish it off. So if it doesn't fit through one of the holes, you can just put it through one of the other holes. It's almost like sewing with wire. I feel like I'm sewing on a button. So now we're just going to go around here, and the same thing, we just loop the edge so it's secure. So we're just going to like pinch that edge there, and then you could tuck in the pokey end too. So there you go. There's like the little 5 petal flower. And then if you do want to spread them a bit, if you want to make them more like 3-dimensional, you could definitely play around with them and like make them more 3D too if you want. So that's with the 2 rows on top of each other, and this is where the rows I spread them apart. So this kind of button is a little bit different. It has the little loop thing to the back. So we're just going to stick the wire in here, and basically all you want to do is just form your petals. So we're just going to, again, I cut a long piece of wire just because it's better too long than too short. So you're just going to stick it in the back of the petal or of the button, and then whatever kind of size that you want. And we can just leave this little bit to the back too. And then we're just going to form it. So what you basically want to do is just go back and forth with it through the hole. So we're just going to go back and forth and make almost like an infinity sign. So we're going to see how it goes. It goes like that, like kind of an infinity sign. And then just keep going back and forth. So basically it's going to look like a little bow with one end on each side of the button loop. And then what you want to do is just take this wire and wrap it around a couple of times. That just secures it in place, and cut it like nice in there. And then this one too. And then make sure it's centered before you wrap it, and then bring that around like that. And give it a little cut, push it in with your pliers if you need to. And then all you have to do now is just spread the petals around. So just take these, and it is a little finicky because they are so thin, but you're just going to push them around how you like them. Start with something like that, and then what you can do is fix them how you like them after, but just start by separating them. So we're going to go around and separate all the petals. Try to get the longer ones to go to the side, because then they'll be a little more even. And yeah, so you just spread it around how you like it. And depending on how many petals you have, that'll decide, you know, kind of how dense the petals are. And this one was a bit bigger than the others, but it's all right. So there you would have your little pair. It could be a pair of earrings. So this one's pretty easy. I just took a piece of a yogurt lid and took my wire. I'm not even going to cut it off of the spool, and we're going to wrap it around about 20 or 25 times. So once you've had it wrapped around, you can actually remove it from the plastic. It'll just slide off. And then what you want to do is kind of squeeze it a bit. So we're just going to get the end squeezed in together, and then we want to wrap the middle of the wires. So we're just going to take this and wrap it around a couple of times, and then cut it. And then the same on the other side. Just take this and wrap it around so it's somewhat centered. Okay. There we go. So then what you want to do after that, make sure that's kind of pushed to the middle. Now this part is definitely finicky and will take a while. This one's quite small. If you make it bigger, it'll be a little easier. All you have to really do is go around and start spreading these little ends. They're not really petals. It's just sort of more like a cluster. And what you can do is, as you go, you know, you could open them up. You can use your pliers if it's easier, if you don't have fingernails, and or if you have something that you can separate them with. And you don't want to just like spread them around, although you could do like sort of a sunshine shape and just have them like 2-dimensional. But if you want them 3-dimensional, pull some of them to the side, and that'll just make it a little more interesting. So we can just go around and do that. If you find it easier, grab your pliers for sure. And this is the fun part. You just take them, you can spread them like apart, you can spread them up, you can spread them down, you know, however you want to do it to make it look like a little, it almost is like a pom-pom. In fact, that was my original idea, was to make a pom-pom out of wire. And then I realized, wow, the ends are going to be really sharp and not too practical. So I thought this is a way to make a pom-pom with wire without having little sharp ends. So I'm just going to keep pulling these out and show you the finished product. So these would make very cute earrings. So let's just take our hooks, and you could basically hook it on any of the loops that you want. So we're just going to hook that on there and close it up, and then do the other one. If you need to do any last minute adjusting, you can go ahead and just, you know, spread the little pieces a little bit more. But here you have your cute little wire pom-pom earrings.
So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I go live and when I post new videos. And if you'd like to join my Facebook group, the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club, I'll link it up below. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wire wedding cake toppers and unique jewelry. I also send out a monthly newsletter, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook, where I give a list of my supplies and materials and a few tips. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you the next time.